So yes, there's a major reason not to get the Galaxy S10. And unlike some other YouTube videos, I'm going to tell you right now, right at the very beginning, you shouldn't get the Galaxy S10 because it's going to be the second best phone of the year. There you go. There's your answer to your question. Answered it. There you go. You can leave now. Or you can hang out and I'll tell you which one's going to be better right after this.
This is, you know you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. I know some of y'all right now are super triggered, and gosh, I love that. Welcome to all the new Samsung fans that have subscribed to me over the last couple of days. The S10 is definitely going to be an amazing phone, and really, in the next couple of months, it's going to be the #1 Android phone out there available for you to buy. But that's only going to last for a little while. Then it's basically going to be forgotten. It's happened pretty much every single year where the S series of phone, the S8, the S9, and this year the S10 is the best phone for the first half of the year. And then by the second half of the year, you kind of forget about it. And I'm not even talking about the stiff competition that Android now presents to Samsung, like Oppo and the Mate series, and all these other phones. The Honor series of phones are amazing. All these other phones that are out there, especially in China, that are knocking on the door of Samsung. I'm not even talking about them. And some of them have better technology than the S10 now, and have had their technology since last year. And I'm definitely not talking about Apple. Listen, Apple's gonna come out with some great phones this year, but let's just be honest. You're not picking between an iPhone and a Galaxy phone. You're not doing that. You're either in Android or you're in iOS, and rarely are you looking to go across one to the other, or at least not generally. No. You see, there's one phone that every single year makes you forget about the S series of phones. Dominates it every single time to the point where they're only talking about it by the end of the year and not the S10, S9, S8, or whatever. And that phone, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you already know what I'm gonna say, will be the Galaxy Note 10. That will be the #1 phone of 2019. This should come as no surprise. The Galaxy Note 9 made many people forget about the S9. I mean, the prices on those S9s went down like a rock as soon as the Note 9 came out, and for good reason. Ever since the Note started being released, Samsung has given it either a better feature or sometimes better hardware, or, well, listen, they just treat it better. So for me, I've been a Note fan for many years, and I just stick with the Note series. The S10 does look amazing, it does look great, but I already know I'm gonna get a better version of it, so I'm just gonna wait. And if you don't believe me, all we have to do is look back in the past. Let's just look at the last two iterations. Let's look at the S8 Plus and the Note 8 and see what kind of differences they had. Let's start with the RAM. The Galaxy S8 Plus came with 4 GB, but a couple months later, the Note came with 6. And as if that wasn't enough, later in the year, the Note 8 would be the first Samsung flagship phone with 2 cameras. That's right, the S8 Plus only had 1. So they came with a better camera setup and more RAM, and of course all the features that come with the S Pen. And let me just say from this point forward, that you can always say the S Pen is going to be something that the S series of phone just can't touch. It just can't. There's a whole bunch of features with the pen that just take it to another level above all other phones. So that's just a W that the Note can hold throughout this entire conversation. So you might be thinking, well, the RAM isn't that big of a difference, and while you're kind of salty about the camera, that can't be the case all the time, right? Well, let's look at what happened just last year with the S9 Plus and the Note 9. Let's talk about some of the smaller features between the two. The S9 launched with the new Dex Pad that would allow you to take your phone and make it into a desktop. I've talked about this before. It's a great additional feature to be able to use your phone as a desktop computer. But you had to buy a $130 piece of hardware in order for that to happen. The Note 9 came out and all you had to do was get a USB-C to HDMI and you were done. You know, for like 10 bucks. There was also a scene optimizer on the Note 9 to take better pictures than the S8 Plus. Now, you could say, well, that's not that big of a difference, but there were some differences there. Don't kid yourself. And let's talk about the battery life. 3,500 milliamp hour for the S9 Plus, 4,000 for the Note 9. Basically, that means I don't ever have to worry about sticking my phone on a charger throughout the entire day, no matter how much I use it. It just hasn't been an issue. With the S9 Plus, I know some people are having lots of problems getting through the day. Now, they're probably hardcore users, yes, of course, but it's just never been a problem for me on the Note 9. Let's not forget about the fact that the screen's always a little bit larger. Last year was 6.2 for the S9 Plus, 6.4 for the Note 9. Every single year, the Note is a little bit bigger, and that little bit gives you a little bit more screen to use. But aside from the S Pen, which was amazing on the Note 9, perhaps the biggest thing was the storage of the base model. Amazing. From 64 gigs, which sounded great on the S9, to 128. That is a W that you cannot get around. The S9 had to hold that L. Now, with all the technology that the S10 came out with this year, I am over the moon excited for what the Note 10 will have. Like, just imagine, everything that the S10 has, the Note 10 will have, and more. Just like every single year before, the S9 and S8 had things that the Note 8 and Note 9 got more of. So the S10 is the base model that the Note 10 gets to get built off of? How can you not be hype about that? Now, one thing to consider is the Note is always more expensive than the S, so it's very possible we're looking at $1,100 or $1,200 device. Obviously, with the 10 Plus being $999, it's very likely it's gonna be an $1,100 phone. Regardless, I don't care, I'm paying them ducats, the Note 10 for the dub. But tell me in the comments below, do you think the Note 10 will be better than the S10? I mean, it obviously will be. I just explained it. I mean, how would you not know that by now? Are you excited about the Note 10 as much as I am? Leave me a comment below. Listen, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be covering it here on the channel, so stay tuned for all the latest information about the Note 10. And don't be salty. I mean, get the S10 now, and you'll have the best phone for the next couple months, till the Note 10 comes out. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week, having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love. Where'd I put my note?